What's up, guys? Welcome to the 8th episode of Bowling Uncut. Here with your host, Artan Jonsson. Or Arnar Johnson. AJ. The third or fourth or fifth AJ in the bowling industry. The bowling world of bowling. You see, that's the thing. That's the thing I was talking about on my last episode about doing a podcast. You talk differently, you're trying out everything, you're trying to be funny, you're trying to be this, trying to be that, and it just turns out like terrible. Like, anyways, this episode is not sponsored by Nocco. I'm drinking it either way because I'm going to the gym later, so it's gonna be some kind of a pre-workout. So cheers. If you haven't tried it yet and you're in Europe, you should be able to find it. Recommend it. On today's episode, I thought we could go over the European Tour and the European Tour standings, and we can go over the tournaments that have been so far, and of course the next tournament that is coming up or has already started, the San Marino Open by Storm, or Storm San Marino Open. It is actually, it started this weekend and is going to finish the next week. So it's going to run all week. It's going to finish now on the 16th of July. I'm actually going down there on the 13th, the Thursday, not Tuesday, Thursday. I tend to mix those up. I don't know, like Thursday. I fly down early on the Thursday. I'm going to bowl I think I'm bowling the 4 o'clock squad. And as I said, the finale is on 16th of July on that Sunday. So hopefully you get lucky or we'll bowl good enough to bowl on Sunday. So I thought we could start off with going over the standings, the general standings of the European Tour. So far, if I start with myself, we can go. I don't have to go that far down. We're currently sitting in 27th, with 90 points on the list. I thought I had more. I actually thought I had more. God damn it! Oh shit. Well, if I look at the list here. I don't have any points in the first tournament. I don't have any points in the second or third. I have 9 points in the fourth tournament. We're gonna go over which one of these tournaments it are. I can't see it here. I'm gonna read that up later. So I had 9 points in the fourth tournament. I had 12 in the fifth, and then I had 69 in the last tournament, which was in Tilburg, Holland, or the Netherlands, where I came 7th. Wow, the guys here, I can see here, Kim Bollaby got 120, and he came, if I'm not mistaken, 2nd. Yeah, he bowled. If I'm not mistaken, he came 2nd to Robin Ilhamar, of course, who won the tournament in Tilburg. Congrats to you, Robin, if you're listening. His first title. That was only a matter of time before he caught his first European Tour title. Amazing bowler and a beast with the purple hammer. He got 150. He actually. Look at that. Robin is currently in 7th place with 178 points. And he only had 28 points, which he got in the tournament before. Which was in, if I'm not mistaken, in Langen, Germany, which is close to Frankfurt. Frankfurt. And then he wins the next tournament in Tilburg, Netherlands, and gets 150. So he shoots up the ranking. He's currently in the seventh place. So okay, I'm all over the place right now. Let's go over it. First place, Kim Bollaby. Obviously, guy is a beast. First tournament, 100 points. Second tournament, 160. Then he doesn't play the third one or the fourth one. He bowls the fifth one, which is in Langen, Germany. He gets 6 points. I don't really know what place that is, but I guess betting he didn't qualify for the finals. Maybe he did. I'm sorry if you did, but and if I and that I'm saying that you didn't, but 6 points, I don't think that's qualification to the finals. But then again, if I'm not mistaken, he comes second in Tilburg and gets 120. So he's got 386 points, leading the European Tour ranking list. Freaking beast. Then we got Jesper Svensson, the Iceman from Sweden as well, 272. So Kim is leading with 100 on the list. So Jesper has 70 in the first tournament. Second tournament, he has 200. And then he doesn't play the third one, doesn't play the fourth one. I'm guessing that there was no tournament. The third tournament, I can't remember which tournament that was, but I'm guessing they canceled that one because nobody has points in that one. So then he gets same there. He gets 2 points. I guessing he didn't qualify in. That couldn't have been Langen. What? He gets 2 points, and then he wasn't in Tilburg. We gotta check the list out of tournament. We gotta go here. Let's go into calendar. No. We can go into European Tour, ongoing tour, and from there we can go to calendar. Okay, so AIK International in Stockholm was the first one. I know I didn't bowl that one. Let's do this. Let's do this right here. Let's go here and here. So we have that there. We have this here. Let's go here. I'm just opening so I have the list of, here we go. Here we go. Now we're talking. Let's go. Yeah. Okay, so first tournament was AIK, which I know I didn't bowl. Then we have Brunswick Ballmaster. Didn't I bowl that one? I know I bowled that one. I was in Finland. Guess I didn't get any points there. All right, second one is the third one. The third one. Wow, I was way off. That was bowl for fun in yeah, that was bowl for fun. The third one. I thought that was the fifth one. Look, I don't have no clue what I'm talking about here. Obviously, but that was the third one, and why does it show? It says here that nobody got points for the third one, but they did it like that. They're showing in order of when they held the tournaments. So they're not showing there was some tournament in between Ballmaster and Langen, Germany. So I'm guessing that they took that out. And I'm not sure which one that was. But I'm guessing they canceled it because nobody got any points from there. But let's just run over the list. We don't have to know which tournament the tournaments they were. So we're on Jesper second, Theodor Samuelsson, also from Sweden, third with 229 points. We have Ben Robinson, England, 212 points. Carl Eklund, 5th place, with also from Sweden, 203 points. Jesse Kallio from Finland, 179 points. We have Robin, who we mentioned before, in 7th place, also from Sweden, with 178. We have Mike Bergman, my man, big guy, from Netherlands, 173. So it's close there from 8th to 6th. 8th has 173, 7th has 178, and 6th has 179. So it's a close battle there around 8th place. Then we have Mathias Ankerdahl from Denmark, also my man, incredibly talented two-hander, hammer staffer, 164 points. So the battle for 8th place is that's very close battle right there, because the top 8 get to bowl the Masters, the European Tour Masters, and I don't know when or where that is held, but it's usually in the summer. Like now, the top 8 from the last season, they're bowling now this week on Wednesday, I think. The final for last year's European Tour, so the European Tour Masters. Like I said, in San Marino, I did not make that cut. I think I came 16th or something, unfortunately. Who else we got here? Then we have Pontus Anderson, good buddy of mine, also from Sweden. 148. Yeah, you get kind of a drop from there. 160, then you drop to 148. And you have James Blomgren, also from Sweden, 146. Santtu from Finland, PBA Pro, 140. Adam Anderson, legend, left-handy. That was left-handy. Sorry, Adam. It's not Adam. It's Adam Anderson from Sweden, 132. Then we have Karsten Hansen from Denmark, 128. Okay, we have Jesus. Sorry if I misspelled that last name. Briseno from Spain, 120. Nicola Pongolini, the world champ from Italy, 120. And then you have Nico Oksanen from Finland, 113. Then you have Juho Rissanen from Finland, 110. Alexander Flodin from Sweden, 102. Carl Wahlgren, Sweden, 96. Yeah, then it's really close down there. Down to well, it's very close, all the way down to 33rd. Well, like I said, I'm in 27th right now with 90 points, so I really gotta step up my game and do some work on the European Tour. The tournament in San Marino it's a gold tournament, so there's a lot of points in the pot. So if we go far there, we can get a lot of points, and we can really climb that ladder. But given that it's a gold category tournament, it's going to be a lot of good bowlers. I know there's a lot of bowlers going there because it's the middle of the summer. It's San Marino. Many are driving early. I know that a lot of bowlers are going there this weekend to catch a little vacation as well, because San Marino is beautiful, and you got Rimini in Italy, just 20 minutes away from San Marino, and it's gonna be a tough tournament, man. It's gonna be a tough cookie to beat. I haven't looked at the participating list, but to be honest, I usually don't. It's usually the best bowlers in Europe who come over and play these tournaments. And like I said, especially now, it's one of the bigger tournaments on the European Tour, and it's gonna be a fun tournament. It's gonna be a hard tournament. I'm really hoping that it's not gonna be as purple friendly as all the other tournaments have been. I heard somewhere. I think I was talking to Carl actually. Carl Wahlgren, not Carl Eglund. About he was actually talking about that reactive is has been more um, has been more in play than the purple, but at the same time I was thinking I don't think the purple has like I don't think there have been so many purples like in the past few tournaments on the European Tour um, in San Marino before, if that made sense. So what I'm saying is I don't think that there have been a lot of purple hammers in play in the past San Marino tournaments, San Marino Open tournaments. So because if everybody are throwing, if all of the people, all the guys, all the people are throwing purple, then you don't really have a lot of other options um, than to throw the purple yourself, like we talked about in the last episode. Um, like I said, I'm really hoping that the lanes give us the option to bowl with reactive because it would be number one, it would be really fun to tackle the lane like I talked about in the last episode to be able to tackle the lane with something else in the purple. If it's gonna be purple, then like I said in the last episode, I will obviously tackle the lanes with the purple and do what I have to go as far as I can. And but it would be a lot of fun to try to tackle the lanes and figure out the lanes in San Marino with something else in the purple. And I'm really looking forward to it. Either way, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Meeting some friends, and it's a long time since I was in San Marino. I was there, like, I think I was there the last time, like for like 2019 season or something. Then COVID hit, obviously, and I don't think nobody had the tournament. I don't think the European Tour wasn't even up in 2020, and I don't know if the tournament was in 2021. To be honest, 2022, I think. Yeah, I think it was then. But I just remember last time when I bowled it in 2019. I'm just gonna say 2019. So rather than 2022, because I went to Vegas to bowl the World Series in the start of 2020, and then COVID hit, and we got sent. Yeah, it had to be 2019. I just remember Kegel was coming with starting with the or not starting. They were experimenting with the terrain oil, and they oiled they only oiled terrain during that tournament. Terrain forward and terrain back. And I remember, like I think I never started a squad right. Sorry, yes, right of third arrow, and that might be me like exaggerating. That I might have never started right of fourth arrow because the lanes hooked so much. I remember Valentine from. Sorry if I mispronounced that, but I remember Valentine from France. I bowled with him one squad, and I think he just started right off the rip, right off the bat, on fourth arrow, just freaking lofting the shit out of it and throwing it all he could to the right, just so we can like get the angle into the pocket because the lanes were on fire. And I remember my dad and my stepmom actually came to watch me there. They drove from Norway. They drove all the way from Norway to come and watch me there, and obviously to get a little sun and a little vacation. But there was it was the first time my dad came and watched me bowl a European Tour stop or any like big international tournament for that matter. And he goes after my first or second squad, after practice during the first or second squad, he goes, "What are you doing? That is not bowling." And I had to explain to him like there's this oil on the on those lanes in this house. It's catastrophic. That's the only thing we could do. Like that was the only solution that I did not qualify for the finals. I did not bowl. I didn't have any score at all. I can't even remember what my best score was. I guess we can find it, but it's gonna take me too long. Wish I wish I had my I wish I had my best friend Gulle here to he would have like found it already while I was mumbling about that. But yeah, I don't think we did any scores. So it's gonna be interesting to see how it's gonna be now because we can check. I think they actually released the pattern yesterday or day before that, but we can see they might have put it in here. Yeah, so they're gonna use. It says here that they're gonna use the Kegel Fire now, but it doesn't say that it's gonna use ice. I thought they were gonna go fire and ice or ice and fire. We can go on their website and we can see if we can find their air oil pattern, which yeah, it didn't open, so that's that. But if I'm to guess, it's probably gonna be. Does it say the length of it? No, it doesn't say anything. It doesn't say the length of it at all. No, just oil. Kegel Fire. Well, it's gonna be interesting either way. Very good prize money in San Marino. 8,000 first place, 5,000 second place, 3,300 third place, fourth place 2,400. This is euros, by the way. 2,000 for fifth place, 1,900 etc. It's like 16th place is 1,000 euros, and of course best qualification 1,000 euros. It's gonna be interesting who catches that one. Anyway, it's gonna be great. Can't wait to travel to San Marino, bowl that tournament again. It's been a long time. I thought we can go over again. I don't think we did. I don't think we. Oh, we can see the. We can actually see the individual. We can actually see the individual tournaments here. That's great. We can see AIK tournament. Kim Boliby wins that one, gets his 100 points there. Kim Boliby, man, hats off. You're a freaking beast, man. I've told you before, and I'll probably tell you again. There's no other bowler, probably in the world, that is as hardworking as Kim Boliby. And his girlfriend as well. They are power couple, man. God damn it. And I actually wanted to say, I thought about it since now that I've like started doing the podcast again, and I'm constantly thinking like, what can I talk about? And I'm just talking to myself. I don't have any guests here. You gotta have some stuff to talk about. And I was actually thinking about Kim, and I was thinking about people are always like how people think about Kim, and it's usually, and I do it myself. It's usually that guy is crazy. So he practices every day for X hours and gym and CrossFit, and The guy is completely out of his mind. And last week I actually stopped and I was like, what if he's not crazy? What if he's the normal one? And all we other guys are just, or people are just, I don't want to say lazy, but yeah, lazy. Just like, what if he's the normal one and he's just doing exactly what it takes? But then I kind of snapped out of that thought and just like bowling is funny in that way, and it's bowling is funny in the way that you kind of, if you do what suits you best to be at your best, if that makes sense, you can you can do great things. Like it clearly it clearly it clearly suits Kim to train every day, to do the CrossFits, to do the gym sessions, and just give it his absolute all every day, all day. And if that brings him to his maximum level of execution and mental toughness and all that, then that's what he has to do. And if you have another person that feels like he's at his top with only practicing 2 days a week and does 10 push-ups before he goes to bed or after he wakes up, then, or not even that, just doesn't do anything, then maybe like keeps up his rhythm and just bowls some games and like, I don't know, 2 days a week, then that's that. I mean, so I kind of just came to the conclusion that as long as you're confident in your game and you're confident in your skill and you're confident that you can execute your best bowling when it comes to that time during the tournament that you have to deliver, because it's so much harder to deliver if you have that in the back of your head that you haven't been practicing, you're like always thinking without thinking it that you don't deserve it. That's the worst. Like, that's, if you have that in the back of your mind, you're never gonna execute the shots. You're never gonna deliver. You're never gonna deliver the shot that you want to deliver, and you're not gonna go very far. But you can think that you deserve it if you've done what you feel. If you've done what you feel what was enough for you, and that's what I'm saying. Kim wants. Kim feels like he needs to give it everything every day. And I totally agree with him. I'm like somewhere in the middle. Middle of what? Again, middle of what? That's my I right now I'm doing more physical work than in the bowling center. Is that right or wrong? I don't know. Right now I feel like I'm putting in the work that I feel comfortable with, and I feel like I'm giving it my all right now by going to the gym and then going to the bowling center and fine tune some things, testing balls. I recently drilled a lot of new bowling balls, and I'm still trying to figure out some of them. And it's more in that direction. And I also had a great conversation with Jesper Svensson during the European Men Championships, and he gave me some tips on, well, yeah, it's great tips. Like, it's so easy to go to the bowling center. You're gonna go practice, and you just go, and you don't have any plan, or you don't have any sense of like direction. Like when you get in the bowling center, you're just going there to bowl, really, just practicing. Practice for the practice sake. But he actually told me like to go down and try to make up some plan, like decide what you're gonna work on before you get into the bowling center. Not just go in the bowling center to to what's the word I'm looking for? Not just go into the bowling center to make you feel better, to so that you can say afterwards that okay, I went to practice, now I feel better, and now I can, now I can say that I went to practice and I don't have to feel bad. And rather go to the bowling center, like before you go to the center and start your practice, write down just a little plan, like work on this, work on that, and how you're gonna work on it, and and yeah, I think the practice sessions will go a lot smoother and they're gonna be more efficient. I haven't like done a lot of them since we talked because it's not that long since we were there, and I took a little time off, and but that's definitely something I'm gonna put into work and try to do, because that's something I believe that can improve everybody's game and definitely my game. And but as I said, right now I'm doing more physical work in the gym, and right now I feel like that's working for me. And as I said, as long as you're doing stuff that works for you, then that's all that matters. So where were we? AIK here. Yeah, Kim won that. Then we go. The next tournament was Ballmaster Open. Jesper Svensson won that. Got 200 points. Jesus, my nose is so runny. Next tournament after that, what that was actually Bowl for Fun in Langen, and Ben Robinson won that one. Where the frick did I come? Here, 36th. Got 9 points. I was 36th. God damn it. God, my nose, man. Terrible. Jesus. 36. Then we have Aalborg International. Ah, that's right. We went to Langen and then we went to Aalborg. Yeah. I remember now. It's all coming back. There, the king, Adam Anderson won that 100 points because that was a bronze. It's not as much point as many points, but that was also a purple tournament. There we came. Here, 29th, a little bit better, 12 points. But you see, I'm still just. It's rough, man. These purple tournaments they're not as easy as we think, man. And then we have our last one. Oh, there's only been 4 tournaments? We got AIK, we got Brunswick Ballmaster Open, we got Bowl for Fun in Langen, and then we have Kegel Aalborg International, and then we have Tilburg, which is a silver, and Robin wins that one with 150 points. Yeah, there we go. And Kim again second, so he's come second and first. And Kim, I think was he in Aalborg? I think he was, but that was yeah. Holy shit, my memory is so fucked up. That was a tournament where we didn't think any left-hander would go to the finals. That's right. That is right. That was a tournament where we thought the left-handers didn't even go to the finals. Yeah, I remember now. And then a left-hander, and no other than Adam Anderson, ended up winning it. That was amazing. Yeah. That's right. That was Oscar's call. We were we were eating on the Saturday. I think it was on the Saturday. Uh it was a Friday rather than Saturday. We were eating in the center, and I go, the lefties. It seems like the lefties don't have a chance here. And Oscar goes, don't write them off yet. Don't write them off yet. It could happen tomorrow. Tomorrow's a whole different day, and anything can happen. I go, sure. I mean, have you seen the left-handed, like how terrible the left side is? And he goes, just wait. And I'm like, all right, man. You've been in this longer than me, so I mean, there's not a left. There's not a lot of left-handers that went through to the finals, but a left-hander won the tournament, so I guess he was right. Never write them off. Kudos for that. Guess, or was it a guess? Feels like he kind of knew. Oscar knows, man. Oscar knows. Oscar knows. Yeah, man. The European tour. So much fun, man. It's a lot of fun. A lot of purple play. A lot of purple hammers. It's a different kind of fun because, like we talked about in the previous episode about the purple hammer and how you have to like just accept that you kind of have to use it if everybody else is using it. Of course, if you don't have the purple hammer or you're not allowed to use it, then it's a different story. But if you're allowed to use it and you have one, then yeah, it's a different kind of bowling, man. It's often it's often the same style of like we are solving the lanes and the patterns in often in similar ways. And as I said, it's getting pretty tiring, but I mean, I also think that it's still bowling, and it's still a lot of fun because I love competing, and competing at the highest level in Europe is, you know, and at the end of the day, when we're there, it kind of doesn't matter what we're throwing, like right there and then. But and it all depends on how you're bowling as well. I mean, if you're bowling like shit with the purple and you're not qualifying, and I mean, of course, I'm gonna have a different mindset. I'm gonna hate it. I'm gonna say how much I hate the purple and how tired I am of. I'm fucking sick and tired of I am of the ball. But if I qualify and I go far with it, it's a whole different story. It's like with everything. If it goes in the shitter, you're pissed off, and you blame everything, and you blame everything but yourself, and yeah, it's the same as with everything else, man. So but like I said before, I'm kind of hoping that this tournament in this center, on that oil pattern, I haven't seen it, but I'm kind of hoping that reactive will be in play, and more people will decide to use reactive so that the rest of us can also enjoy it. But like I said, you got to be open minded and ready to turn to that purple like it usually does. So, but still, you got to be open minded and be ready for everything. My left nostril, man, it is like a sink. God damn it. Ah, oh, I'm sorry. Um, some other upcoming tournaments on the European Tour. We can go ongoing tour calendar. What do we have here? We have San Marino. Oh, of course, Madrid. Brunswick Madrid Challenge is the weekend after. So the tournament starts on the Saturday before the final, the 15th of July, before the final in San Marino. I know some of the players. There's not a lot of players going there because they, like, I think they just announced the tournament like a couple of months ago, if I'm not mistaken, maybe two or 3 months ago, and that's not a lot of notice for a lot of the guys. I know I'm probably not going. I wouldn't be surprised if I decide to go like next week. Depends on how it goes in San Marino, obviously, from economic standpoint and stuff like that. Um, I have a lot of freedom from work, so it all depends on that, really, to be fairly honest. And some of the guys are flying straight from San Marino or Italy um, to Madrid. Um, some of the guys are probably flying home and then taking Thursday to Monday like we kind of usually do. But I don't know. I don't know many players who are going there. But that's the next tournament. Might go, might not go. We'll see what happens. And that's a bronze. So that's a bronze category tournament. So I'm not sure what the prize money is going to be in that one. We can check it out. Um, we have it's 5K, 5,000 euros first place. That's all right. But that's it. Not I'm not bashing the tournament at all, but the thing that I look at before I fly out to tournaments is, of course, it's about prize money. Anyone who says it's not about the prize money, he's lying to you. That's just a fact. Of course we're bowling. Of course we are bowling for the title and the points and all the different stuffs and titles. But at the end of the day, we want that dough. I mean, yeah, that's so. What I look at, and I think what everybody should look at, is your potential to win, or to cash. So, and how much you can cash. So if you have, like Madrid, you have 5,000 first place, then they cut it in half straight to second place. So you have 5,000 first place, 2,500 in second place. So it drops it drops 50%, like 5,000, 2.5, and then it goes 2,000 for third, 1,500 for fourth, 1,200 for fifth, 1,100 for sixth, and 1,000 for seventh. Then it just goes eighth, 900, 700, 600, 550, 450, 400. And it's a steep drop, but because to break even, I have to come like seventh, but which is obviously you always go into a tournament thinking you're gonna win, or think like something like if you go in with a different mindset, it's you kind of want to look into that. You maybe want to look into that, but you have to be a little bit realistic as well and see what your potential to cash and how much you can cash is. So if you take a tournament like San Marino, in my opinion, and I know they have, it all depends on how big the prize pool is. Obviously, San Marino has has a bigger prize pool, so they don't have to cut as much off the first prize to second to third. So I'm not saying that it's some tournaments are better than others. So that's just the way it is. So if you look at that, you can come 16th, and there you're getting 1,000 euros. While in Madrid, you're coming, I think it was 8th. There you have 1,000. So it's like, it's kind of a big difference. But that's also the difference between bronze and gold tournaments. So, and that's good that we have the different kinds of ladders um, in prize money as well, or um, the different kind of categories of tournaments. Obviously, we wish that every tournament was platinum, but that also means that the entry fee is also a lot more in all the tournaments. So it's all perspective, man. It's all how you look at it, and everybody looks at it differently. And now you know how I look at it. Maybe it's stupid, maybe it's not. All right. After Madrid, we have another tournament in Finland, Helsinki, the International Hammer Challenge, which is a silver one. I haven't actually checked what the prize money is there, but I'm definitely going. I know that. That's for sure. I like Tally. Tally is a great, one of my favorite bowling centers. Bowling center built, if I'm not mistaken, it's built in a tennis, what do you call it? Tennis dome, if you will. Like a huge, like, tennis dome. What do we have? 6K. And again, there, position, first place 6,000, second place 4,000, third place 2.5, fourth place 2.5. So it's the same for third and fourth place, and then you drop down to 1,500 for fifth to eighth, 800 for ninth to 16th, 400 for 17th to 32, and 250 for 33rd to 50. So 50 bowlers will cash in this tournament, which is actually pretty darn good. That's actually pretty good. That 50 bowlers can cash. I mean, if you 250 euros is it's not a lot of money, but it's still something. You know, you don't go empty-handed if you qualify. Sorry. Yeah, it's kind of they usually have this thing, or usually they always have this first 300 game, and then if you bowl the 300 game, you go into a pot like where you bowl against, say, if 5 bowlers bowl a 300 during the tournament, they all bowl each other after the tournament. I think it is after the TV finals. They bowl for some sum of money in at Ballmaster, and it looks like they're running the same procedure here. Some Finnish thing. I like it. I've never bowled 300 there, but what do you know? Maybe someday. So that's going to be fun. Helsinki, as I said, Tally Bowl, always great to bowl there. And after that, we have Odense International. That's a satellite. That's the lowest category there is on the European Tour. Odense. I don't know if I'm gonna go to that one. I might, but right now, I'm not planning on going. I'm gonna see who else. If some of my friends are going, then I might go there. We'll see about that one. We can skip that one for now. But after that one, we're going to Norway. We're going to that one with Gulli, and another youth player here from Höganäs, Jonathan, who is, if I'm not mistaken, who's going to bowl his first European Tour. It's always fun to bowl your first European Tour tournament. I think it's his first European Tour. If he might have bowled Lucky Larson here in Helsingborg, which is just 20 minutes from here, from where I live. Of course, that counts. I mean, it's the same. It's the same bowlers, it's the same elite bowlers. It's the best bowlers in Europe, plus some Americans who've come over and bowled. So it could actually be a stronger tournament. But there's always something about traveling to your first European Tour stop and bowling against the bowlers abroad. Even though it's just Norway, we're going from Sweden to Norway. It's not a huge travel commitment, but still, it's always bowling in a new center. You got all these good bowlers around you. You think everybody's looking at you, even though nobody cares. That's that's the truth. Nobody cares what you're doing. Everybody's thinking about themselves. But you always think that everybody's looking at you because you're new, and yeah, it's a different kind of feeling, man. Norwegian Open in September. As I said, we're going to that one, and that's a bronze. I think the money could actually be pretty good in that one. Let's check it out. Yeah, 4,500 euros. That's pretty good for a bronze. It's a pretty decent cut down. You got 4.5, 2.5, 1.5, or 4,500, 2,500, 1,500, 1,000, 800, 700, 600, 500, 400, etc. Down to 60 bowlers will cash. Place 60th to 41 will cash 200 euros. Not a lot, but if you cash, you cash. It's always fun. As I said before, you don't don't go home empty-handed. So after Norwegian Open, you have Dimitris Karetsos tournament in Greece, 14th to 24th of September. But is Lucky Larson Masters? That's a PBA tour. Is that before Norway? I think it's before. I think it's in the beginning. I think it's in the beginning of September. So we're gonna bowl the Lucky Larson tournament, which is the PBA event right now, this year, with 150,000 Swedish. Like it's about $15,000, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. Obviously on YouTube. I think it's there. I think we bowl the Lucky Larson, then we go to Norway, and then we have that Greece. I don't think I'm going to Greece, but again, you never know. So there's a lot happening in September, and then you have straight after Greece, you have a tournament in France, the Brunswick Open, which is a gold tournament, which we definitely have to go to because there's a lot of points there. That we can try to make. That's the same category as we're going to now, Storm San Marino Open. So, and that's the first weekend in October. Well, the Sunday is the 1st of October. So, yeah, we'll probably go to that. Where is it though? Is it in Wittelsheim? Yeah, I think it's in Wittelsheim. We're in the Crystal Bowling Wittelsheim. Yeah, we'll definitely go to that. Definitely go to that. Sheesh. We got 10,000 euros for first place. And we dropped down to, yeah, buddy. So 48 bowlers will cash. Well, 48 bowlers from qualifying will cash. And it's 500 euros. That. Now this is a pretty decent tournament and pretty decent. This is a great tournament with a great cash out. So that's a lot of good tournaments coming up on the European Tour. Definitely. And I can't wait. Now that we talked a little bit about the Lucky Larson and it being a PBA event, I can't wait for that one, man. I can't wait for that one, especially because since I tried to bowl the World Series. I didn't make the PTQ, so I bowled the PTQ but didn't make it from the PTQ. But obviously, we paid for the PBA membership, and that lasts the whole year. So we're bowling the Lucky Larson with the PBA membership, and that means if it comes to that, then that's a PBA title, baby. That's a PBA title. That would be sick. Hey, can't blame a guy from dreaming. Now we're back in like a podcasty vibe here. This is not how I talk. Again, those of you who know me the best Mm-mm. Mm-mm. But hey, I gotta do a few of those, few of these, and hopefully sometime in the future I'll start to be more like myself. Maybe I am, maybe I'm not. I mean, comment in the comment section below and like tell me what I'm doing wrong and doing right, and if this is like bothering the mic all the time and I've fucked up the interview this whole time. Maybe I've done it, maybe not. I'll have to listen in later and see how it turns out. Jesus Christ, I'm fucking. Oh, sorry. Well, I think we covered the European tour. Um, I think we covered the European tour and a little bit. We went a little bit into the purple talk again, and a little bit into the Lucky Larson. We can take the Lucky Larson later as well. There's a lot of great bowls. I think there's like 20 pros coming, if I'm not mistaken. Might be 15 to 20, maybe more, from the states. So that's gonna be awesome, and that's actually held here in Helsingborg, which is like 20 minutes away from me, from where I live. So that's gonna be a lot of fun. So, anyways, guys, I'm gonna cut it there. Hope you guys liked the episode. Hope you guys liked hearing a little bit about the European tour, and we went into a little bit how the different bowlers are doing, and yeah, next tournament, San Marino Open. I can put a link to that tournament in the description below, on Spotify and YouTube. I know it's gonna work on YouTube. I don't know. I'm not that familiar with the description center, the bio or the description part of Spotify, but I guess we can put a link in there. I would be shocked if I'd be kind of shocked if we couldn't. So check it down there if you want to follow the tournament. It has already started. As I said, I'm going there on Thursday and flying home on Monday. Hopefully, bowling the finals on Sunday. So check it out. Follow me, follow us, and I'll catch you in the next one. See you guys.